Hey guys, welcome back. So we're going to be looking at Learning Unit 3. I'm going to put this in student mode really quickly, so we're going to have to jump back to it. I'm going to quickly go over what you have due. So in this learning unit, we're going over chapters 7, 8, and 9. We have discussion 3, and we have exam 3. So these chapters are basically looking at the inequalities that exist within society, not only with social class, but with race and gender, okay? So here's your guided work schedule. This is what I suggest you do over the next 3 weeks, okay? It starts today, Monday, March 21st, and it ends on April 10th. So please make sure that you are using this as a guide while you work through your materials. So Chapter 7 is about social class. So when you click into this folder, you're going to see you have your book that you can access, your PowerPoint, which is embedded. You have an outline, you have flashcards, and you have videos. So you have everything you need to learn about social class through a sociological lens, all right? I really encourage looking at the videos. I know there's a lot, but this chapter covers a lot, okay? You have this video. It's called Sociology in Practice. It's a short video, about 5 minutes long. I'm going to speak to this more in just a minute. You are going to notice that in each of your chapter folders, you have a video like this, okay, a Sociology in Practice video. If you look down here, this is an extra credit opportunity. You have 3 extra credit opportunities this learning unit. If you watch this video and take this short quiz down here, any points you earn off of this quiz will be extra credit points. And anything that you get wrong obviously will not count against your overall grade. This is an optional practice video quiz, okay? You don't have to do the extra credit. It's there to help you. I very much encourage you to do it, okay? But if you choose not to, that's okay. So every learning unit, 7, 8, and 9 is going to have one of these sociology and practice videos, and it's going to have a little extra credit quiz down here at the bottom. So your job is to watch the video, take the quiz. Any points you earn are just going to be extra points that add to your overall grade in the end. As always, each chapter has a chapter inquisitive, and it has an application assignment. Remember, on the inquisitives, you can get a 100 on these very quickly by answering 10 questions and getting 800 overall points. If you don't get 800 overall points after you've answered 10 questions, you can keep going. So these inquisitives, remember, you can get a 100 on them all the time. They're foolproof, okay? And then application assignments are all a little bit different. So this one's going to discuss cultural capital. It has very clear instructions. You have 2 videos you need to watch, and then you need to answer the follow-up questions. As long as you answer them through a sociological lens and you follow the 3 to 5 sentences per question expectation, normally you do pretty well on these, all right? So chapter 7 is social class. You jump back in. Chapter 8 is going to be race and ethnicity. This is a large topic. As always, you have all the resources you need, the videos you need. You have your sociology and practice video, as well as the extra credit down here. Your inquisitive, and then you have your application assignment. Remember, to submit application assignments, you have to click into the application, and you can either write submission or you can browse local file. Never, ever, ever add comments. I don't want this. This is not how you submit work. And I've had a couple of people do this, and I've made comments about it. I'm going to just give you a 0 and make you resubmit it, okay, through this round. You have 2 learning units left. I think that you guys can either submit the assignment one of the 2 ways that I've asked you to do it, okay? You have a short story you're going to read, and there's questions attached to it. So when you click on this PDF, here's your short story, and then here are your questions. And it really looks at the idea of the term race, because I'm gonna be real honest, we don't use it correctly most of the time. Most of the time we're actually talking about our ethnicity. But for this, we're going to be talking about the concept of race, okay? And you need to construct your answers from a sociological perspective, not from personal opinion. This is very tough when we're talking about a sensitive topic like race, but this is what I'm asking you to do, okay? So that's your application assignment for chapter 8. Chapter 8 will be about race, okay? And then when you jump back in, you have chapter 9. Same idea, all your resources, all your videos. You have your little sociological and practice video, as well as the extra credit quiz down here at the bottom. You have your inquisitive, and then you're pretty used to these. You have a little making connections through the society pages quiz. So you just click on this, you read the information, and you answer the questions. You've done these before, okay? So those are your chapters and what you have due within your chapters. Your discussion, you click into your discussion to create it. And of course, you have to reply to 2 people. Please look over the questions carefully before you answer them. This is a debate style discussion, so this is a little bit different. You need to pay attention to the instructions and write your arguments accordingly. Your arguments need to be based in academic knowledge found within your course materials. I'm not looking for personal opinion, okay? I'm looking for a sociological perspective, and I'm looking for what you learned in your course materials that you can apply to your argument. So if you notice, depending on your last name, you're going to write from a different perspective. So question 1 says, if your last name begins with A through K, write a post that explains why absolute poverty is worse than relative poverty. But if your last name begins with L through Z, you have to write a post that explains why relative poverty is worse than absolute poverty. So it's debate style. We're arguing a little bit, but not in a hateful or hurtful sense, in an academic way, okay? The other thing that I want you to pay attention to is when you reply to 2 people, reply to 2 people who argued a different side than your own. Okay, so if you were A through K, when you reply to 2 people, you need to find someone with the last name L through Z that argued a counterpoint. Okay, all 3 questions are arguments. And so please pay attention. You need to create a original post, and then you need to reply to 2 people. And then lastly, you have your intro exam. Basically, it's the same as all the other exams you've taken, about 50 questions that go over 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so again, make sure you're using your guided course schedule. This really helps enforce weekly work habits and doesn't get you behind where you get unnecessary zeros. Okay, so if y'all have any questions over Learning Unit 3, let me know. Otherwise, I wish you guys good luck, and I look forward to the rest of the semester. Bye.